question is that the Premier's statement be agreed to. The member for Albany.
Acting Speaker. Premier, on behalf of Albany, I firstly want to thank you and the government for keeping my community safe. In Albany, we know that COVID will appear, but the time we have been given to prepare for it without your foresight and the tools you have provided us will help ease us through this stage of the pandemic are incredibly valuable. They save lives, they save jobs, and they keep our community functioning. And it is functioning and thriving. One example of our outstanding contributors is our flourishing community member, Mrs Carol Pedersen, who received a Medal of the Order of Australia in the General Division at the recent Australia Day 2022 proceedings. Auntie Carol, as she is well respectedly known, is a pillar of the Albany community. Born at the Noangarup Mission in 1940, Carol was raised in the bush at Jerramunga in a family of 17 people, spending most of her life on traditional country. A devoted family woman, Carol has now 4 surviving children, 13 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren. Carol identifies as an elder and a traditional owner with the Menang and Gundji peoples of the south coast of Western Australia. She's worked for various different government departments, retiring from the public service in 1998 and continues to work as a volunteer for the Noongar community. One of Carol's key achievements is bringing about social and economic change for Noongar people through the land claims and access to mining income, which is to be applauded. Carol's other passion is ensuring that her grandchildren and great-grandchildren have the opportunity to embrace their languages and culture through traditional experiences. I had the pleasure of watching Auntie Carol and artist Ben Beaton open the inaugural TEDx Kinjarling in Albany, where they shared their ambitions to Gen Stream project to connect the first steps and songlines of Australians' First Nation people in a national art trail. It is very clear to me why this prestigious honour was bestowed upon Carol Pedersen, OAM, and I take this opportunity to congratulate her and thank her sincerely for all that she's done and continues to do for the Albany community and Noongar people in particular. By working together, Premier, and by listening to our community and prioritising its needs, the McGowan government has delivered significant benefits to the people by the ways of new infrastructure, renewal and upgrades to asset, and record investment in transformational projects that will see communities thrive. On New Year's Eve, I was able to open the official upgrades to the Binlup, Middleton Beach, a $9 million redevelopment with funding support provided by federal and state government together with the City of Albany. Coastal protection measures were applied to the foreshore to protect the site and to allow for precinct development. A seawall now protects the Middleton Beach coastline during extreme weather events. The public elements include the development of a promenade between Ellen Cove and Emu Point, new footpaths, connections, an upgraded car park, beach showers and drink fountains, and even little dog bowls where you can fill the water up for as you walk your dogs along the beach. A beautiful mural by local artist Jodie Bennett and some incredible stonework, which I must claim were laid and designed by my uncle Chris Burnell. They now grace Ellen Cove, bringing this world-class project to life. The $16.6 million Mount Lockyer Primary School rebuild now sees students in the doors and classrooms as the 2020 school year begins. This investment in education will raise standards of living, strengthen the economy and help to develop our children for the future. Mount Lockyer Primary School was 65 years old and the only school in Albany that hadn't received major upgrades. The facilities were old and dated, and it was clearly the increase of the enrolments is booming now and the suburb is thriving. The $175 million Albany Ring Road, an 11-kilometre heavy haulage freight route around Albany for the transport of goods to and from the Albany to Albany, is on track. The project is delivered in 2 phases and is progressing steadily. The new bridge over Albany Highway is taking shape and earthworks are in full swing. The massive amount of local jobs that this project will deliver to the Albany economy is significant, as the multiplier effect in relation to supply of goods and service to the project by Albany-based businesses. Construction is well underway of the $13.1 million Albany Radiation Oncology project, which will provide Great Southern residents with access to life-saving cancer treatment closer to home and on country. This important project has created over 50 jobs and is on track to be completed in the second half of this year. Construction has started on the state-of-the-art $3 million State Emergency Service headquarters in Albany. Facilities will serve as a base to manage large-scale emergencies in the region. The Albany SES is a very active unit with over 55 volunteers helping to keep our local community and visitors safe all year round. Whether it's responding to storm damage, rescuing trapped or injured people, conducting searches on land, or helping the public prepare for emergencies, Albany SES has a proud history of service. I would urge anyone thinking of becoming an SES volunteer to give it a go. I congratulate the Railways Football and Sporting Club, who received $300 from the recent Community Sport Recreation Facilities Fund, which will help to redevelop club facilities and provide female-friendly change rooms. As a former member of Albany Senior High School, I have fond memories of performing in the annual productions, but particularly the Rock of Stedford. We had to rehearse on basketball courts and only got to practice on stage when we arrived in Perth the day before competitions. Thankfully, the McGowan government's investment of $6.3 million for a new performing arts centre at Albany Senior High School is currently under construction. This project will provide students with the opportunity to rehearse and perform on a world-class stage, enhancing their capability, skills and confidence. It will promote a rich artistic culture and ensure we're delivering a broad and high-quality education in regional WA. Recently, alongside Minister for Regional Development, the Honourable Alana McTiernan, I attended the 4th round of the Regional Economic Development Grants in Albany. 5 incredible Great Southern projects were funded, sharing a total of $586,000 of state government funding, supporting almost $3.2 million in total project value. Venco Products is an Albany-based manufacturing facility which makes pottery wheels that are supplied globally. The REDS grant funding of $190,000 enables them to purchase land and construct a new manufacturing facility in Albany. It will be a game changer for Venco and will see them leverage the demand for their product and take their business to new heights. The Albany Business Centre was funded to the tune of $50,000 to enable them to redevelop the centre's building to increase space for start-up and improve accessibility for workshop and education. Again, this will make an enormous difference to many small businesses in Albany that utilises the Albany Small Business Centre while they are growing their brands. In closing, I again thank the Premier, who has consistently put the health and well-being of my constituents first amid a global pandemic to ensure that Albany remains strong. In challenging times, this government's investment and opportunity has kept Albany businesses and schools open, kept people well and out of hospital, kept people employed and kept major infrastructure projects on track. Thank you.